Previously on Lost.
These waters. Yeah, it's an important metaphor in the book. Good morning, it's Tuesday. It's actually Monday. We're on our way to the Fault in Our Stars movie premiere. It's very exciting. The collaboration between the two of us and the community that's emerged from it means more to me than anything else in my professional life. And before we go do this crazy thing, I just want to say thank you. You're welcome. Also, thank you. See us a little bit. I don't think they can see us. They're thirsty for Augustus Waters, John. Is that what it said?
So, John Green replied to my comment in a Vlogbrothers video. I basically spent that entire evening freaking out like Abed from Community. If you want to see the video in which John replied to my comment, I'll link that down below. So yeah, a lot has happened in the last couple weeks. TFIOS came out in theaters, so Chris and I and some Nerdfighter friends went to a screening. I never cry at movies, but with TFIOS my experience was pretty much this. That was pretty accurate. Right, Chris? The World Cup also started, which is exciting for a not-so-closeted football fan like myself. Although in America we call it soccer, because it's not enough that we differ from the rest of the world in widely accepted things like the metric system. We just like being different in everything. Sorry. So I'm rooting for the home team, although in the likely event that we don't advance, I will also be supporting my beloved Spain. Essentially, the next 3 weeks will be me doing this. Just one touch pass, man. One touch. What kind of call is that? This is football, not theater. Uh-huh, yeah, damn right that's a red card. Now sit down. Get it, 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 get it. Goal! And most recently, my good friend from college got married this weekend. So it was a pretty great excuse to get dressed up and reunite with my college friends as we celebrated our friend's wedding. Side note, it blows my mind that we're at an age now where it's common to get married and have babies. Because apparently that's a thing you're supposed to do in your 20s? My friend, who is the bride, is someone that I've actually known since high school. So her wedding also included people that I knew in high school. The wedding was lovely, and the reception was fun, and there were times when I had to speak to people that I hadn't spoken to in 8 years. Actually, a majority of the bride's friends from high school were townies, which is fine. I just didn't have enough in common with them to hold a conversation. It got to a point where I was actively avoiding eye contact with people, because once you make eye contact, it would be rude not to engage with this person that you clearly recognize but haven't spoken to in a number of years. And it's a struggle trying to come up with things to say to somebody that you once knew a lifetime ago. It's almost like talking to a stranger, except that the only information you have to go on is outdated by 8 years. Confession time. Whenever I visit my hometown, I tend to avoid popular hangouts for townies, which is not an easy feat because my hometown is tiny. Mostly it's to avoid awkward interactions like those at the wedding. But if I'm being completely honest, a tiny part of me does so because my perception of townies is, well, let's just say that I feel really lucky to have gotten out. But I know that's not fair to townies, because they're so not the same person that they were in high school. I'm definitely not. Truthfully, I often have the problem of imagining townies complexly. When you look at someone who's lived in the same town all their lives, the tendency is to perceive their lives, like the town, as unchanging. A small town doesn't grow into a sprawling metropolis overnight, so why should we expect a townie, who is a product of that place, to grow and change? It's easy to view townies through the same glasses you wore when you knew them in high school, and that 18-year-old version of them is forever imprinted on the lenses. But towns do change, and people change. And I needed to be reminded of that last weekend during my awkward conversations with townies, who, by the way, are all completely nice. I'm just being a butthead for feeling superior in any way. I am curious to know, do you ever feel that sense of superiority when visiting your hometown? It's totally okay if you do, I won't judge. But if you don't, then tell me the secret to your success. How do you do it? As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the party in my pants, also known as the comments. As sounds, so many external sounds, and other videos on the channel, so no!